Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, glad to have you. Today I'm excited to be doing a review and wear test of the latest Bobbi Brown foundation, which is their Weightless Skin Foundation. Now, have you tried it yet? Please leave your thoughts in the comments for me. If you're interested in seeing how this looks on me, keep watching. I think this is replacing the Skin Longwear foundation. I think this one is supposed to be replacing that one. I checked on their website and they still have the old foundation. I think they're phasing it out. They still have the old foundation which looks like this and the new one. So this is what it looks like up close. So let's read about some details of the foundation on Ulta's website. It comes with SPF 15. It's $57 and it contains 1.0 fluid ounce. It comes in 53 shades. It's supposed to deliver 24-hour moisture, 24-hour color true wear that doesn't fade, cake or crease. It's an all-day oil control. It's a natural matte finish. It provides medium coverage, it minimizes the look of pores. It's waterproof, sweat humidity resistant, transfer resistant, non-comedogenic, and designed for a range of skin tones, types, and consents from oily skin to dry skin. It contains oil-absorbing silicas that help to control oil and shine without stripping moisture. How to use: pump onto the back of your hand, buff onto face with a foundation brush, starting at the center or wherever you need it most. Use soft circular motions for medium coverage or pressing motions for fuller coverage. For lighter coverage, that can be done on the go. Blend with your fingers, shake well before applying. Now this is a shade Cool Almond in New Foundation. This is a foundation this is a shade I usually wear in the old foundation, which I have here. So I'm going to swatch it against the new one. So this is the old shade in Cool Almond. I'm going to let it dry down a bit because this one has dried down a bit. Let's see if they're going to look even more similar. So now these two have dried down, we can see the true color of both shades. Remember, this is the shade Cool Almond in the old formula or old foundation, and the shade Cool Almond as well in the new foundation. Both truly have the same undertone, but this one seems to have a little bit more red. This one seems more cool or more neutral than this one. Now this is a shade Neutral Almond in the new foundation. This is the one I'm going to be trying out today, Neutral Walnut. We're using the new Maybelline Poreless Jelly Primer. I'm going to use this on one side of my face. For the foundation, I'm going to be using a brush. So I think I have like 2 pumps or 2, because the first and second pumps were very tiny. So about 2 pumps here, and it is runny. Yes, it does have a smell. I don't know if it contains fragrance. I'll check on the list of ingredients. But I know the older one had a smell as well. I'm going to apply this where I don't have a primer first. Now this is very thin and it's very hydrating too. This instantly blurred my skin and gives my skin a slight glow, which I like. It looks very hydrating on the skin, and the shade match is very good. Now, how I was able to change my shade, because like I said, I used to wear Cool Almond. I got a sample and I tried it on and it looked like the best match for me, which is why I got it. Cool Almond seemed a little bit too cool this time around. I don't know why, I didn't think it would match me, but this one was not a bad choice. As you can see, it matches my undertones pretty good. It has covered some of my dark spots. It's very blurry. It gives my skin this flawless and smooth look. The coverage I'm getting from this is like a light to medium coverage, but I'm going to add this one. Let's see how much we can get. I probably don't need more. I think it is done a good job of covering most of the dark spots and hyperpigmentation areas around my face. So the foundation here, and this is the foundation. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation over on the side where I have a primer. Now I don't notice it's clinging onto some areas on my nose. I mean, it's bound to happen on that area. A lot of foundations cling to the texture on my nose area. So I'm done applying the foundation. It's very light, just like the older foundation. The smell this time is really not there. I remember the other one having a fragrance smell, correct me if I'm wrong, but this one has a very faint smell. Now it covers, the coverage is about the same thing as the older foundation to me. It goes on flawlessly, smoothly on the skin, very easy to blend. The coverage is light to medium. I think if you go on to try to achieve a full coverage, it's going to become a little bit cakey. Like I can see it is clinging to some patches, some areas of my skin. It's clinging to it, especially around my T-zone. Especially around my T-zone area. Now, the area around my mouth is usually a challenge for me each time I apply foundation, but with some foundations recently I've noticed they do a good job of covering that area. But this, I can still see the dark areas up here. You know, it's still very visible for me. Let's do a transfer test because it said it's transfer resistant, so I would like to do a transfer test. So let's let it dry down a little bit. I have a tissue paper, so I'm going to be doing it over here where I don't have a primer, and that was the side I applied the foundation first, so it's much more drier than this side. So I'm going to use this. I got some transfer. It's still not so much, but you do get a little bit of transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and complete the rest of my makeup. So this is how the foundation looks with other makeup products. I think it came together pretty good. I didn't have any bad interaction with the foundation and other makeup products. I think I was able to apply all other products on top of the foundation effortlessly. There was no issues whatsoever. We're going to test the oil control claim. Say it's all the oil control, meaning it's long wearing, so we're going to test that claim. The time now is 11:52, so I'm going to wear it for 6 hours and then come right back, show you how it looks and give you my final thoughts. So please don't go anywhere. I am done with my wear test and this is how my face looks after over 6 hours of wear. The time now is 6:29 p.m. I do have some oils around my T-zone area, which isn't too bad yet. Now I'm going to zoom you guys in to see how my face looks. So I do have more oils on my nose, on the corners of my nose, around this area, and just some shine on my forehead. It's still very minimal on my forehead. Now it looks as if the foundation was lifted off on the corner here. It's because I wore sunglasses out earlier on, so that kind of lifted off the foundation. And then I touched my nose. I forgot I had on foundation, and then I touched my nose and it kind of lifted off some of the foundation around this area. For the rest of my face, it's still staying put. There's no creasing or anything funny happening on both sides of my face. Now remember, I wore a primer with the foundation on this side of my face. On this side of my face, I wore the foundation with the primer. I don't know, I'm still having oils on both sides of my nose, so I can't really tell a difference. Using a primer doesn't really matter with this foundation because I'm still seeing oils on both sides. This is the side I didn't use a primer. As you can see, I still have a lot of oils around it. I do have some moisture around here. I do have some as well. So the foundation acted the same regardless of the primer. If you're having a very busy day and this happens to you, all you can do is blot or apply powder and you're good to go. But I don't like it when foundation brands claim a foundation is all day oil control and it's just 6 hours I have oils on. Now for other claims, the natural matte finish claim is true. The medium coverage claim, very true. Transfer resistant, yes, but not as transfer resistant as foundations like Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, which is very transfer resistant. It doesn't oxidize. Overall, I think it's a very beautiful formula. It does give me a very natural matte finish. It's not as matte as the old formula. The old formula was more matte or is more matte than this one. It's more a very breathable, comfortable matte feel. I'm going to apply some powder around my T-zone. Let's see if it's going to look better. So this is how the foundation looks after reapplying powder around my T-zone area. It looks better than before. The foundation is really nice. I do recommend it. I like the formula. Like I said, I don't think it's so much different from the Skin Longwear foundation. Both of them are very thin and lightweight. The other one does have a fragrance, but this does not. It has a smell, but it's very faint. You can hardly smell it. Regardless of my issue with it, I still think it's a beautiful formula. It's a beautiful foundation. The design is very breathtaking. I really like the design. So this is where I end my video for today. If this is the first time you've come across my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for coming back. Until my next video, have a blessed night and stay safe.